Welcome to the show. It is me, your girl Labora Lee, aka Cat Lee. Listen, tonight, y'all already, well, I hope you're getting used to how this is gonna go from here on out. We're gonna get wired, we're gonna get triggered, and then we're gonna mellow it out with a little sexual titillation. Now, listen, I have some things to say before I get started. And, well, I'm going to say this. The first thing I need to say is this: it is Wet and Wired Wednesday. Today is the day that we come through, we talk about all of the shenanigans, and, we come here to convene and talk adult talk without being disrespectful. There has been a gentleman. I've calmed down a little bit so I can speak on this really quick. There has been a gentleman who has been entering the stream with shenanigans. I am not that type of lady. I'm not. Sorry. I don't care how seductively you think I dress. I don't do disrespect. So we're going to talk a little bit about approach tonight too, because it's a few things that need to be understood in order to understand what you're tapping into when you come through here. Now, tonight I got to do a real quick commercial. I love y'all though. Tonight what we are going to speak on are a few things. I said we're going to get wired, we're going to get triggered, and then we're going to bring it back down with a little titillation. Um, the first and foremost, I want to talk a little bit about where I'm from and why what I'm going to play for you tonight is going to sound like some utter and crazy bullshit. So you can gain an understanding of who I am as a person, and kind of why I'm built the way I'm built. So that's the first thing. The second thing we're going to talk about is why another person whom is from where I'm from, I want to have a big sister moment with her, if I may. So that's number two. And then number three, we're going to just talk about it, the sexy talk. But I got to play a really quick commercial, and I'll be right back.
Want last minute brand design help? Get top tier Fiverr freelance creatives at your fingertips fast with secure payments and 24/7 support. Head to fiverr.com today and get something started.
All right, I'm back. Let's see what kind of love we got this evening. Oh, I forgot. I'm working on the other joint. Hey, what up, Fats? Hey. So the first thing I want to talk about is where I'm from. Where I am from, I guess I should backtrack. I got here in 1989. That means I was 9 going on 10. I've been here ever since. My child was born here. My sister was born here. My father was born here, but um, that's another story for another day. My family is here. I got aunties. I got cousins. I got family here. Shout out to them. Uh, Baltimore has been basically my whole world from the age of 9. It's been my whole world. I've been other places. I've traveled. Hold on, we got a comment. I gotta get my mouse back. But I've traveled other places, but this has been this not here. What? Wait. Here all your life, right? You know what I'm saying? But for me, I can like, and I'm glad I'm gonna put that back on the screen because that's very vital to what I'm about to say. There are a lot of people whom I love and care for who've been here their whole lives. I've basically been here my whole life. Like I said, when I got here, I was 9 going on 10. I am about to turn 43. There are some things, and what I'm gonna talk about tonight is gonna get a few motherfuckers here in Baltimore triggered, and I'm cool with that. I take that. I take that because we got to talk about it. And this one thing has been a consistent behavior with this one person. I'm not going to say his name on this podcast because, again, this is my city and it is what it is, and I understand what it is. But I've been here for a long time, right? I've seen a lot of good niggas. I'm sorry, what? No, it's not even time for me to say the words that I want to say, but I've seen a lot of good dudes lose their lives to these streets. I've seen a lot of really, really crappy dudes. I'm just trying to hold on until it's time for me to really go off. I've seen a lot of really, really crappy dudes lose their lives because of them being crappy dudes. Um, I've seen a lot of innocent people be hurt. I've seen a lot of that. I've seen a lot growing up in this city, and I say this to say, sometimes I don't know where to put you at though, because your intention is good. If you're from here, then you're gonna know what I'm talking about. And I definitely invite you to come in tonight and speak your piece. Cause it is what it is. It's what we do over here. But sometimes within the city, and I'm gonna let y'all hear in a second, it's a lot of bullshit that don't need to be going down, right? Um, there is a such thing as standing up and trying to protect your city. I'm all for that. I think that honestly, we need to educate more about what it is that we live in, and I'm gonna do my part in that. And you don't have to watch it; you can watch it, whatever it is that you decide to do with the information that I'm gonna put out. Um, that's totally up to you. But understand what this is, where we from, and how this is set up, and like those who've been here for most of their lives or for all of their lives for that matter, we should be walking in a whole different type of um walk. We should walk with a different walk. We should definitely walk with a more prideful walk. Sometimes though, when you entice stuff, I'm holding my tongue. I am. Sometimes when you entice things though, you get what you want. And if you from here, then you understand that because you're from here. Sometimes things come to you. If you're from here, then you know, then you know. Sometimes things come to you and you don't understand why they come to you, why they here, what the yeah happened. And then sometimes situations happen because people call for them to happen. And I'm gonna play this audio with my sincerest heart. It's just because this does not help our situation with this particular city. We got enough going on. But I will say I've watched with eyes wide open this situation kind of play out. So I'm gonna talk about something that happened in my city with a particular person. I'm not gonna speak his name. I don't even know him really, but because it's always on social media, I see the shit. You feel me? Sorry, I can't help it. I'm trying. I see the bull crap, and I'm not gonna play the full entirety of all of the audio. I'm gonna just start this situation because I'm moving in a different direction, and if I'm gonna hold all accountable, I have to hold all accountable. So this situation happened. The video went up today, so I'm assuming it either happened today or yesterday, but I'm assuming it happened today. I'm also going to play you audio from a lot of the things that I don't want to say predated because it didn't predate, pre-houred yesterday, today. Shit spills over. This city is not for the weak. This city is not for people who do not understand it. If you have not grown up here, then it's probably not a place for you. Um, Although the state that I live in is one of the most prosperous states, the city that I live in is a very prosperous city. But you can't come here acting like you already know when you don't know. It's just a different situation. But this particular person, I remember when he got stabbed. I remember when he got hurt. Let's just listen to what just happened to him. And then I'm going to play other audio to explain what I'm saying. Hold on. Nah, we ain't ready yet. Hold on. I gotta Bluetooth real quick. But sometimes when it boils down to it, some of the things that we do are our own fault. And this is one of them situations where I really feel like, it didn't have to be this way. I understand your point. I understand your yeah, on period. Hold on. And I'm gonna leave that out because for real. But I understand what you was trying to do. And this dude, his message, if it came from a very well thought out mind and putting it together, it's a beautiful message, but the behavior causes for this. Now let me get back to where I need to get to. Hold on. And it's unfortunate. It is. And I'm gonna speak my mind on it and I don't care. People not gonna like what I gotta say, but yeah, you know what? I gotta say what I gotta say. And it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. And at this point, if I don't speak on it now, it's gonna get way worse than this. And this situation happened to this person today. Or yesterday. One of the two. But listen up. Hold on.
I'm right here.
Listen.
I've been shot in my neck and my back, I think.
All right, so
I've been
that's all
shot.
I wanted to play from that right quick. You feel me? I didn't want to say too much or play too much. This person said this. Again, I've watched over the years. You never know who's watching you on social media, especially if I'm watching or if I see certain things, then the powers that be see certain things too. That's why you gotta watch how you move. You feel me? That's first. Now there are a number of videos that have been uploaded recently since that situation happened, where like there are videos of this same person antagonizing their neighbors, antagonizing the cops. Um, but this person has a beautiful fucking message. Now I'm cussing because I think I've been on here long enough. This person has a beautiful, beautiful fucking message, but it's clouded by all of this bullshit. He's been injured. Somebody hit him in the neck, and somebody hit. I mean, the same person, I'm assuming, hit him in the neck and the back. But because of how you antagonize, and I can play, so I'm not just speaking out the side of my neck. Like I've watched one. Let me see how many videos we got up here for this, so then I can really tell y'all. Hold on. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 videos of this person antagonizing people. My message is this when it comes to time, because I don't want to spend all of my time on this. My message is this: we have to know who we're dealing with, one, because you never know how people are thinking. Two, don't call for the unnecessary. This is I don't know if this is a case of staying in your lane, but don't call for people to come and bring drama to your doorstep. That's some bullshit. You feel me? Um, three. Um, damn. Just be careful what the fuck you ask for. You know what kind of city we live in. You know how people are, and I ain't saying be no punk ass. Because if you're in my age bracket, there's no cause for being a punk ass. But there's very much cause for caution. Very much call for moving with a certain kind of etiquette. When you loud, you bring attention. So whatever, like when you loud and you obnoxious, you bring in attention. Even if you have ill will towards whomever you have ill will towards, when you bring that attention, now you bring in the bullshit and the drama, and you can't handle yourself accordingly. Ah, I miss the mob days sometimes. I do, and that's just real. So I want to move past that. That was some extraordinary stuff for my eyes and ears, because I kind of watched the situation play out. And again, the movement is beautiful. The message behind everything is beautiful, but the extra don't help the cause, and that's how I'm gonna say that. And that's not to knock what you're doing, bro, because you're doing some big. I see the vision and the movement, but the extras don't help it. So that's that. I want to stay on Baltimore, but I gotta take a brief. What a break. So we're gonna get into it. I'll be right back.
What does getting it all done actually look like? A lot like this. Meet your new workspace. Oh, I'm not sharing the right screen, am I? Let's try this again. Meet your new workspace. Your whole team, right here. Let me just, sorry, Karen. All those projects on hold, just a click away from complete. Success is closer than you think. It's actually over there, right next to your Success Manager. It's built to expand as needed. The perfect freelancer for every project? Yes, please. Go ahead. You can use the F word as much as you want here. This is your selection of global freelance talent that never sleeps. All vetted for their excellence and their expertise. Love you, Kevin. Only thing left? Add your favorites to your list and share with your team. Okay, not all of them. Leave it to them to tackle all your business needs, leaving you free. Well, at least free to get more done. That's how fast they work.
Ready to transform your business?
Oh, that looks good. Love that. Approved. Oh, still sharing my screen.
Yeah, so we're gonna get a little bit more triggered, just a little bit more. And the reason being is this. Well, there's a few things I want to say and do before I get to all of this kind of conversation. Everything is alleged on this podcast. We weren't there. We don't know. But with that being said, what I am, and I think I have a few clips that I want to play from that situation and tell you why it's tricky. Now, we talk about toxic behavior on this podcast because it's very it's a wonderful thing to know when you're dealing with toxic behavior, so that way you can avoid it or you can choose to deal with it. That's totally up to you. But at the same time, and I've been like, I don't, again, when it comes to this podcast, I try to deal with things objectively. Um, I try not to be biased. I try my best to look at it from all aspects. This one situation, I'm looking at it from all aspects. One is because I told you when I started the show, I want to deal with this situation in the big sister way that I would deal with shit. I'm a big sister. I am a big sister. And I'm going to speak in the way that I would speak to one of my sisters this evening. Two, I'm a woman. And when I do love, I really fucking love. I love hard. I love deep. I love. So I get it. Three, um, I want to look at it from outside of my perspective, but maybe bring in a doctor's perspective. That's not maybe, but bring in some study aspect to the situation because sometimes we don't get and understand why things happen the way they happen. And lastly, I want to deliver a message to all young ladies of all ages. Because sometimes we don't get it and we don't understand. And when you're young, you do dumb shit. I'm gonna give it to you from all aspects because I've been all of these young ladies, right? Right. So let's get to it. I want to talk about this Blueface and Christiana. I hope I said her name right. Rock. Christiana Rock. I've watched a lot of this situation play out. I've even talked about it on the podcast. Yeah, I've said a few things, not a lot, but I've said a few things. When it comes from my city, I really, really feel invested, and I'm gonna tell you why. With this young lady, particularly right here, I'm about to show something that well, I'm about to show something over the in this area that will explain a lot about who she is as a person. A lot of people are very judgmental about things that happen. Oh, I think what number was I? I think I was on 5. I've been in a situation that kind of connects. I'm gonna explain it in a second though. But a lot of where she is from explains a lot about who she is as a person. A lot about anybody where they came from will explain a lot about that person, their upbringing, their background, their, outlook on life. A lot of these things explain the situation. But with this particular young lady, I want to have a big sister moment. So the big sister moment is this: baby girl, you are beautiful. You are amazing. You had talents before you got in this situation, and you're gonna continue to have talents. I want to play a little bit of this clip from the news. This is from Fox 45 News here in Baltimore. This is what she had going on before everybody knew her from the Blueface situation. So I want y'all to see this.
Well, a sibling of 12.
I'm number 8. I'm number 8 out of 12. Krishan is number 11.
I grew up a lot of areas: Radish, Franklin, McCullough.
My dad was incarcerated for 11 years. My mom was at work a lot. Yeah, and then she was on drugs.
When I was little, she used to braid my hair and walk me to school. She used to braid my hair and walk me to school and things like that. And then it starts slowly progressing to her always in the bed. I witnessed my dad, abuse her. I met him when I was 7 because he came home.
So I'm not gonna play all of that clip because I don't feel like we need to dig any deeper. But Just a little bit of what we just watched in that clip explains a lot about that young lady's upbringing and her life. Again, Baltimore is not for the bullshit. Baltimore is not for people, like, it's not that kind of city. This city, you getting it from the dirt. You feel me? If you get it, you getting it from the dirt. And if you get it from the dirt, you can be proud that you're getting it from the dirt. Like, listen, it's just that's the way the city is set up. Um, I want to hold on. I want to fast forward though. Okay. But you getting it from the dirt. So more about her story, and then we'll talk about it. I want to
From
get my big
my
sister moment.
coaches, my friends, and things like that, and then everything just start changing for me.
Here's Shawnee.
I'm the youngest in the competition. I've been through more than most. It was a struggle growing up.
My show called. I was like so overwhelmed. Like, okay, cool. You want me to come on?
I've been tapped in beast mode this whole time. I'm ready to just win this money. Let's go.
Oh, I won. I won the money. I went on there. They was like, yeah, we knew Krishan was just coming here for the money. Yes, I need the money. It's not a sad story. It's a motivation story.
But how she keep her legs up and be like...
For her to still be up on top, like, hey, I'm right here, that shows you that she is a warrior.
So she had a story before the Blueface situation. I want to start with that. She had a story before the whole Blueface situation. Now, yeah, the story might have got blown up with the Blueface situation, but she had a story before that. You know what I mean? She got into that situation. Big sister moment. Sis. Nah, I gotta play this really quick before I even say that part. Are we connected? So let's listen to this.
Here with Baby D, the heavyweight champ of the world. Don't laugh now. It's funny. What's funny?
No,
Yes, she is.
no, I think
She done hit me in my shit. Got a nice little shiner. So
All right, so I'll say this. Over the weekend, news over the last couple of days, news came out that they had an incident. Blueface and Christiana. She is from, and not to make this an excuse, this is just what I know though. She's from Baltimore. Y'all play with Josh, she's from Baltimore too. When it comes to these Baltimore females, we are just what we are. You know what I mean? Like, it's just what we are. But it's some things that we don't play. We don't play nobody coming for us like we some bullshit ass chump. Like we ain't out that mob. At the same time, we are sensitive thugs. We are very sensitive, and so things get a little scrappy because we are sensitive. But we work very hard. We are from a city that this is just what it is, and that's big shout out to the nurses. Big shout out to the pharmacists. Big shout out to, because it's a lot that people don't see within the city. Like, people see all the negative bullshit about the city. People don't even know that movies are shot here all the time. People don't. It's a lot of things that people don't know about the city. It's a lot of heritage and history here, especially for the black folks. I'm gonna get into it though, because I feel like a spotlight should be put on that shit. But it's a lot that we deal with here, so yeah, we rough around the edges. But if you saw the footage from when they were fighting, she gave him his, he gave her hers. Nobody should be putting hands on one another, but this is one of them situations where it happened. Now, when it comes to myself, how I relate. When it comes to myself, I was in a situation where it was kind of abusive and shit. And that was the only situation that I had that was like that. But I tried to hold on for as long as I could hold on. And I see with her, she's trying to hold on to something that she probably should let go of. It could head in dangerous situations, and I'm saying that because it's some things I know firsthand. So my big sister moment for her is this: little sis, little sis, little sis, let it go. You were big before you were already on a track to do big things. And TV sound all fun and good, you feel me, but not to the point where you need to disrespect and downgrade yourself. Let it go. I guarantee you, and I'm about to say this, and people gonna feel how they feel about what I'm about to say, but I don't give a fuck. I'm cussing now because I can. I don't care. Where is this little nigga gonna be in about 2-3 years? I ain't even giving it 5. I'm not giving it 10. 2-3 years, where he gonna be at? He can't rap. He's winging it, boo. Let that nigga go. That's all I'm gonna say about that. He's winging it. Oh, he's winging it. He got probably tops. And I'm being nice when I say 2 to 3. It's really 1.5 years to bank off of whatever little fame he got going on now. Sis, he's winging it. Build your own empire. Like, if you don't got a dude that can't hold his own, you don't got a dude that like big sister moment again. I made a lot of dumbass mistakes. And I'm trying to push it because I gotta hurry up. But I'm gonna say this. I made a lot of dumbass mistakes in my past. So I'm being a big sister, a different kind of big sister. Um, I've done a lot of things in these Baltimore City streets. I'm not gonna say I'm ashamed of them because they're my learning experiences, and you need your own too. But when it comes down to what we just witnessed and saw between you and him, it's not keeping it sexy. And I'm in the movement right now, keeping it sexy. Keep that shit fucking sexy. You fighting a dude. He's a grown man, but he's a baby. It's just what it is. You out there on the ground. He's obviously trying to snatch the chain that's on your neck because he paid for it. And I heard some other things, but I'm not going to get into them tonight. But it's a lot of bullshit that was going on, and I don't think that you really paid attention to. You were great before him. I just played a clip of your accomplishments. One is you are an amazing athlete. That's one. That's one big, huge, humongous um achievement. You do that. We already seen you fight, so we know you beating ass. We know that you've been doing that since you've been with this nigga. Like, you've been great before him, boo. Big sister moment. What I would tell my little sister is like, baby girl, we ain't out here living like, who we chasing? Why are we chasing? There's no need to chase. That chasing shit is dumb. Get your life. All right, so let's get to the sexy, and then I gotta go. Keeping it sexy. I'm creating a movement. It's all about keeping it sexy. So when you hear me say keep it sexy from now on, just be prepared and ready because I'm talking that shit. I've been working on my bucket list, and those who haven't been watching this podcast don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm talking about my sexual intimate bucket list. I'm only going to try with the one that I love, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to build my bucket list. This is the homework that I gave to you guys. Building this bucket list of all the things that you want to be adventurous in and exploring. Um, I got this actual tip from I think it's Sexual Essentials. I'm gonna tell you the right name. I'm gonna put it down whenever I am referencing this young lady. I will make sure that I have it scrolling from now on. But I thought about it and it's like, why not? Like, why the fuck not? Like, especially if it's a situation where this is the person that you want to be with and you want to spend, you know what I mean, like a lifetime with and all that good shit. You should have a bucket list of shit that y'all want to try. And you know what I mean? Like I started it. I'm not ready to share yet because it's not really that long because most shit that I want to do and try, I do and try. But there are things that we can tap into that nobody knows about and we be playing. So yeah, I'm gonna start a bucket list, a sexual bucket list, and I think it'll be fun. Next Wednesday I will be tapping in because we doing ugly on the time. Let me see if I can give you these really quick tips though. This thing come from my book. But wait, oh no, I did have some things to tap into. Psychologically when it comes to dealing with these abusive relationships, and especially when it comes to that particular relationship right there, it looks like it comes from both ends. um so the question was, why do some people love their abusive partner? um and so I'm going to read this really quick. Feeling love for someone who is abusive towards you is not uncommon. So we need you to know that you're in a safe place and that people, you know what I mean, there's other people out here that love their abusers. There are many reasons why this can happen, especially if the love came before the abuse. And that's a very important part. Let me just say this. A lot of times when it comes to us, we don't when the relationship starts, it is not abusive, so it doesn't look that way, and it looks like love, and everything is all good and all peachy keen and willy nilly, but it's not really that. You know what I mean? But so here's some reasons. You're afraid of being alone. A lot of us are experiencing revenge from abusive partner. Um, that's another reason. You lack the financial resources to leave. A lot of women don't, or men, because men get abused too, don't leave because of that. You have children with the person. That's a top reason why people stay in these situations. There are religious, cultural, moral beliefs, and expectations preventing you from walking away. Yeah. It's a lot of that in these situations. So I think people should be, yeah, mindful of that. Hold on, we got another comment. But yeah, it's ugly out here, y'all. We gotta watch how we living. But know that you are wonderful and you don't deserve the bullshit, the fuck shit. Sometimes you just gotta, yeah. Let me get back to the sexy shit real quick. So yes, a sexual bucket list. The sexual bucket list is this: all the things that you want to try with your partner. Some things are things that will help you connect with your partner. Some things are just things that you just want to fucking try. And why the fuck not? Why? Like the sex. Listen. So I'm working on mine, and that's the homework assignment for Ambitiously the podcast. Work on your list. I would like people to come in and give at least one or two things off of their list and, like, you know what I mean, let me know. I'm intrigued. Maybe it'll help me with my list. You feel me? Yeah, we want to get in that mojo of making sure that the older that we get, the better our sex lives become. That's where I'm at with it. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to be the grandmother that puts my kids, my children out like, all right, it was a nice visit. I love y'all. It was great. It was amazing. All right, get your kids, get out. And me and my husband that I sit on my rocking chair with every night, and we sit and grow old together. We put them out, and we still nasty. That's the kind of old woman I want to be. I want to be the nasty ass old lady with my, of course, with my dude, but I want to be the nasty. I don't want to be the old lady. It's just like, I want to. I'm tired. I don't feel like. No, we gonna get it popping. We putting them kids out. We putting them out, and we doing what we do. Like we getting it in, and if by chance they walk the fuck back in, then that's on them. And all we gonna say is, listen, nigga, that's how you got here. How did you get here? You got here because we got it popping. You feel me? Like we got it jumping. Yeah, I want to be that old lady. It is just what it is. I gotta show some love real quick. Hold on. But yeah, that's the old lady I want to be. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. That's the old lady I want to be. I don't want to be the grandma that be like, oh my gosh. No, we still gonna be doing what we do, and these kids, fuck them kids. And they grown ass age. This is what I'm saying. Fuck them kids, but they grown. They can make themselves something to eat. Um, we make sure we provide food and everything's in the house and all of that good shit. But fuck them kids, yo. That's where we at. Like, I want to be the. I hate to say it this way, but I want to be the nasty grandmother. I don't want to be all. My life ain't over just because them kids done grew up. No, my life is still popping and we still doing what we do. And you laughing, but this fuck them kids. All right, y'all left. Y'all supposed to be going home with them kids. Me and your father, but for the kids, the grandkids. Me and your grandfather, we didn't expect y'all to come back. We was in here doing what we do, getting it popping like how we was getting popping, and y'all just showed the fuck back up. Fuck them kids. Get out. This is the life that I long for right now. Agree. You got to keep the bond. I'm just saying. Yes, the bond is very important, and I just want to be the old lady with my grandpa. I be his grandma. Well, we ain't calling each other that though. That's like whack. But he in his old man state. I'm in my old grandma state. Will be still getting it proper. That's the type of old lady I intend to be. And so it's just what it is. And fuck them kids. They got to get the fuck out. Listen, we thought y'all was going home with them babies and y'all still showing up and shit. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? What's your favorite kink? We gotta get into that on another show because we are limited to time, but make sure you come back and we'll talk about it. I don't think what my favorite kink is very important though. I think what your favorite kink is important. Let's talk about it. Let's get to know what it is. Um, but make sure you come back next Wednesday. What and why it Wednesday? I talked about a lot of things. I didn't even get into half of what I wanted to get into tonight because I had to have a big sister moment with Christiana Rock. But next Wednesday we'll talk about it. Be here. Let's get into it. But yeah, fuck them kids. Get the fuck out. Pack your kids up. Change the pampers that you gotta change. I don't know how far y'all live away. I don't. At this point, because all our kids is not at that point where they want to be moving far away. But change pampers. Make sure you make the bottles, and everybody got what they need to get, snacks and all of that shit. Get the fuck out. Me and grandpa got some things we gotta fucking do, and it don't include y'all to be in the fuck there. It don't. Fuck them kids. And it's not a fuck them kids in the sense that we not taking care of our kids now. No, we're taking very good care of our kids now, so that later on, when we let me see, I'm 40. Later on, when I'm in my 60s, I could really be like, fuck them kids, to pack the children up and send them. Y'all go home. We got things to do here. Fuck them kids. Get the fuck out. I love y'all. Next Sunday we gonna do this again. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I make y'all favorites, but get the fuck out. We got things to do. That's the kind of old lady I'm gonna be. But we will. I'm gonna make sure I make a note of these questions about my favorite kink. I will. I'll talk about it because it is we're grown. This is what we talk about over here. But fuck them kids. They getting the fuck out. Telling you, my old lady self is get ready to be some old other shit. Like get the fuck, pack them kids up and get out. What up, Philroy Thompson? Hey, fellow Saber, let's get it. But yeah, I'm putting the kids out. All right, I gotta show love to the people who listen to this podcast. I love them so much. Shout out to the people who came here. Let me see if I can give some names. I'm blind. Wait a minute, I can't even see. I can't say your name, but I'm gonna put your comment. Well, your comment is still up. We're gonna talk about that next Wednesday when I have time to talk about it. But shout out to you for coming through and checking the podcast. Shout out to a f- kicking it with my girls. They my babies. Hi. Shout out to my peoples. I love them. Shout out to Fats. Yes, let's get it. We love our city, boo boo. But fuck them kids. They gotta get the fuck out. And that's the kind of old lady that I'm gonna be. My house gonna be so inviting. I'm gonna welcome them in. Come on in. Come on. I'm gonna welcome them in and all of that stuff. We gonna have a good ass day. But about because the older you get, the sooner you want to go to bed. So I'm saying about maybe 10, 11 and shit. I want them to get the fuck out because we need 11, 12, and 1 for ourselves to do what we going to do in our old dirty state of mind. Fuck them kids. Get the fuck out. Anyway, let me show some love real quick. I love you guys. I'm going to do my top countries first because they come through and download the podcast the most. It's not that I love them more. I love you all the same, but they come through faster. So it's just what it is. So the United States, my babies. I love my country. Shout out to y'all. I love you so much. France, big love to France. Germany, big love to Germany. The UK, big love to the UK. Hey, and India. Oh, I see you, India. I'm watching you. I see the growth, India, and I love it. So big shout out to them. Brazil, Netherlands, Singapore, hold on, Spain, the Philippines, Belgium, Australia, Japan, Mexico, Ireland, Nepal, Mauritius, Israel, Canada, Hong Kong. Ho, 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 we not done yet. Russia, hi Russia, love you. Switzerland, what up, Switzerland? And last but not least, Turkey. I see you guys. You guys are amazing, and I love you so much. Thank you for coming through and checking the podcast. I appreciate it. I love it. Yes, real, real love. So cities, Columbus, Ohio. Big love to Columbus. San Jose, California. Hi, San Jose, California. Been my day ones. I love them. Baltimore, Maryland. Big shout out to my city. We gonna get it together, y'all. We just maybe it's the approach. I'm just saying. Maybe we should approach things differently. I got some suggestions. I'm not even just saying it. No, I got suggestions. France, I will never butcher the name of the city, but I love you, France. Spring Valley, Nevada, I love you. Frankfurt, Germany. Hi, Frankfurt. Big love. Washington, Virginia, I love you. Ashburn, Virginia, I love you. North Las Vegas, Nevada. That's the other part of Vegas. Don't play with them. Um, don't play with them. Norton Shores, Michigan. I love you. Shout out to the Shy. Big love to Chicago, Illinois. I love you guys. Shout out to you guys. Boardman, Oregon. I love you. Yes. Atlanta, Georgia. I love you. Las Vegas, Nevada. The other part. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Don't play with Nevada, yo. Like, don't play with them. Owings Mills, Maryland. Big shout out to you. I love you. Pikesville, Maryland. Big shout out to you. I love you. Boulder City, Nevada. Big shout out to you. I appreciate you and love you too. India, I'm not gonna butcher the name of the city, but I love you, India. Hey. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Shout out to Philly. Big love to Philly. I love you. Randallstown, Maryland. I appreciate you and I love you. Singapore, Singapore. I love you. And I'm gonna stop. Well, maybe not so much. I'm gonna stop there. Let me get to some other love that I don't always get to show. Let me see what we got going on here real quick. In the love department. Cause I'm in a loving mood and just that's what we do. We show love. We don't show all that aggression and bullshit because it don't get you nowhere. Let me see. I do know Michigan, Detroit, and it's another city over there that I appreciate very much. San Jose, I already shouted you out, but I also want to show love to San Fran because we get love over there too. Uh Houston and Dallas, I love you guys. And Connecticut, I love you guys as well. I see you and I appreciate you. Listen, I spoke about people from my city tonight because I was a little triggered and I wanted to get a little bit more wet tonight, but I wasn't able to. But we will get into that next Saturday. And that's real. We're gonna get into it. One question that I'm gonna make sure that is in my mental note is what is my favorite kink, and I will get into that. But we didn't have a chance to do that tonight because there was a lot to say. Like I can't go the direction that I want to go in without, everybody has to be held accountable. So I wanted to talk about this young lady one because it's a lot of sides of her that I see in myself. You feel me? And I'm a big sister and I hold that job dear and near. Like my youngest sister is in her 30s now and I'm still a big sister and I still say what I need to say and I say what I feel like she needs to hear. And everything that I feel like she needs to hear is not the things that she wants to hear, but the things that I feel like she needs to hear. Now, she can take it and run with it, or she can not take it and, feel some kind of way about what I said. And, it is what it is. I'm that kind of person. But I'm going to speak the truth. And sometimes when it comes to these younger girls, they experiencing a lot of the things that us older gals have experienced. And so sometimes they need a big sister to come in and sis, let it go. That's my advice to her. You were great before you got with him, and you'll continue to be great. Get off these reality shows too, because they ain't really looking too hot for what you got going on. They not. All right, I gotta play a quick commercial. I need some water. I'll be right back. I'm back. I think I should reiterate why I gave that message. Sis, I am a woman of Baltimore. One, I get your plight. I get what you've been through. I get how it is growing up in these Baltimore City streets. I get it. I do. I really, really do. Two, I get the concept of loving hard because I love really, really hard. I had to learn to. Um, Three, you're greater than what they tell you are, baby girl. You just gotta find your own acceptance of your greatness and you'll be all right. And for you young, you got a long ass life to live, baby girl. Let it go. Find a new situation. He accusing you of cheating because that was part of the situation too. With correctional officers and all that bullshit. Like maybe it's a correctional officer you need and not a famous face. I'm just saying. So that is what it is. As far as the gentleman I spoke of earlier, um, be careful what you ask for, and just remember where we from. And move accordingly. It's just some bullshit. That shit kind of. I was more wired than I was this evening, and I'm sorry, but some shit just bothers me. Like we gotta move, and especially in our age bracket, we gotta move more maturely, better. We gotta encourage these kids to be better. But anyway, you want to be on the show? Hit us up, ambitiously the podcast at gmail.com. Again, that is ambitiously the podcast at gmail.com. Yeah, it's just what it is. Like, we want you to be a guest on the show. Come through, check us out. There's some good stuff over here. The type of people we want on the show, we want people who have businesses, people who have new music, people who have talents that we can tap into. We want to show them to the world. We want to like be an avenue, a platform for you to put your talents out there. We are streaming on all streaming sites: iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Google Podcasts, everywhere. Just check us out. Download the podcast. It's just that simple. Remember, anything that we talk about is alleged on this podcast, unless I show it, and then y'all know it really happened, and you know who the people are. It's just what it is. Make sure whenever you come through, I didn't put that on the screen tonight, but I didn't feel like dealing with crazy dude either. Um, Hit us up. The phone line is always available and open during show times. You can drop a comment. I've showed a few tonight. I love my people. Like, big shout out to y'all. Or you can hit the link and you can join the podcast. We open to that too. Come through, come through. Now, if you acting crazy, I'm not putting you on the pod. I'm not showing you. Like, I'm not gonna do it. Any music that we play on this podcast, we have full permission to play. Um, we on a path to getting people on screen and saying like she got permission, but we working on it. We got a few. So you know what I mean. Let's go. Know that any music I play, I got permission. Um, Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. And it's just a click, and you can like it, click. You can share it, click. You can subscribe. Just come through. We love y'all. This is what it is. And check out our website, www.ambitiouslyentertainment.com. Some things are in the works. I'm not going to tell you about it. We're just going to do it. It is what it is. And Hotep, we had him on the show recently. Here is his IG and Twitter information. I got a clip coming really soon, so just stay tuned for that. There's a lot of things going on over here. I keep trying to tell y'all I'm a one woman show, and so sometimes it takes me a little longer to get things out than I would rather it take. But it is what it is. But make sure you come through and you check the podcast, download, like, subscribe, whatever it is you need to do. Support the podcast. We over here trying to do some things. We are. We love you guys though. Thank you for the people that came through tonight. We got a little love over here. February Thompson, big love to you. Kicking it with my girls, the podcast, big love to y'all. My people's fats, big love to you too, baby. And anybody that watched from the my personal page, from the Twitch page, from the Ambitiously the podcast page. I love you guys. Thank you guys for coming through, dropping comments. It's love over here. It's love. But it's a few things I gotta say before I get out of here. First thing is this: mind your motherfucking business. Come here on Monday nights. I got all the business. I'm telling everybody's business. Come here, and I'm gonna tell you everybody's business. It's just what it is. It's what I do on Monday nights. I tell people's business, and it's the safer way to get into everybody's business. It's safe. It's really safe that way. Number two, love your kids, hug your kids. Encourage your kids. They need that encouragement. That's what's wrong with the world today is nobody is really encouraging their babies like they should. Encourage them babies, tell them how great they can be. If they want to, like myself, my daughter wants to work for NASA. So we on the road to working for NASA, and I got her back, and she gonna do that. But encourage your babies. We need more of that love in our lives. Even if you didn't get it before, just break the chain and give it. Last but not least, stay in your motherfucking lane. Your lane is over there. My lane is over here. I'm not cross the lane unless I invite you, baby. Which I probably won't. But don't cross that lane unless I invite you. Because when you cross the lane, that's what you get. You don't want that. You want this. I'm just saying. She's nicer. Stay in your lane. When you cross lanes, a lot of times what we seem to get is a collision. Nobody wants that. Who wants to get into a collision? To be honest, unless you try and get some paper. And when you're trying to do that, it's ugly too. But just stay in your lane. I love you guys. Good night. We're gonna come back on Wednesday and I'm gonna answer. We're gonna talk about we're gonna come back next Wednesday and I'm gonna answer questions that have been posed this week. Remember that the lines are always open. I should have put and I'm gonna make sure that it's streaming on the rest of whatever podcast we do because we got one on Friday too. I'm gonna make sure that y'all got the information so y'all can call in and then we can really talk about it. I want you to be in the building, like I want you to be here and talk to me about it. So let's talk about it. With that being said, yo, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. You guys are extraordinary. Shout out to those who watch. Shout out to those who listen to my shenanigans because I'm crazy. But I love you guys. Good night.